If you're like me and you thought Sui Lalo died at Town Hall 15, well, we were wrong. And today, Kamba is going to prove it, coming in with Sui Clone Lalo, my favorite attack strategy to watch. As per usual with any new attack strategy, let's have a look at the army comp. So we got 27 balloons here, but it's not actually 27 because you see this clone spell here is going to be used. So that is 35 balloons. Now we only have one normal lava hound, but we do have a ice hound as well. So that will definitely do lots of taking. 5 headhunters and the apprentice warden with this one. So we're going to be using the apprentice warden with the Sui, I would hazard a guess. And then we got a whole lot of utility spells. 4 free spells is really nice. Let's jump into this first attack. So coming in on a box base here. Already a pretty good sign that this works. And you might be watching this and thinking, look, this looks exactly like Zap Lalo Sui's, and you'd be right. I believe we saw stars hit this base on the live attacks that we had a few days ago, and he zapped these 2 buildings here, and then he suied from the top side. So it's almost the exact same Sui. We have the 2 super wall breakers coming in. Their job's just to open as many walls as possible. The king goes in. Unfortunately, he's not really tanking for our log launcher anymore, but the log launcher's already opened plenty of walls. Now, that one difference already is we're seeing the Royal Champion be used with the Sui. You don't often see that with Zap Lalo, but obviously you kind of have to use it with Sui Lalo because you need to get as much value with your heroes as possible. Yetis go into the core. Now, we do have an invis spell for our RC. That is the other main difference between this and Zap Lalo. You have so many spells. Unfortunately, you had to use the invis early. I think you would have loved to have used the invis now, because the RC could have got that ground bow down and maybe even the rage tower with a little bit of luck. The queen ability goes off, but that's a pretty solid portion of the base. Now, we have used a few spells, but not a crazy number of spells, and all our heroes bar the warden and a siege. But still, let's see what happens here. So got the Lalo coming in, and yet again, this looks so similar to what you'd see from like a Zap Lalo, exactly how you would start it off. We've got 4 freeze spells, but we're not going to even bother freezing the Rage Tower early, because it's just a monolith that would be effective. There's the Rage spell on the Town Hall area for our balloons to take it down nice and easy. Now, one thing Kamba does that's maybe not as good as Stars, he'll often use all of his balloons. You'll notice he's got no balloons left. Now, generally, when you're doing Zap Lalo with Stars, he's hanging on to like 6 balloons, I reckon, on average for the back end. But it's not as much a problem because have a look at what's going to happen with the clone spell. Yet again, we've still got a whole bunch of spells with this army. Headhunters do their thing. We freeze once more. And then we're going to haste and clone together because we want to spread all these loons out. And look at this, right? You could not sum up better why the clone spell is so nice. Have a look. None of the original balloons go to this scatter shot here. None of them, because the base is set up for the loons to path around the scatter. But because you can place the clone spell wherever you want, these clone balloons go straight to the scatter shot and take it down. Now, we didn't have many balloons up, and they were all low HP. If it weren't for that clone spell, we could very easily fail that. Now, obviously, if you don't have the clone spell, you could bring a whole bunch of other spells, and you probably still triple anyway. But that right there is why the clone spell is always going to be worth 3 space, because no other spell is going to give you troops back and allow you to path them exactly where you want. This attack strategy was so strong at Town Hall 14, particularly in Legends League, and the way Kamba's going with some of these attacks wouldn't surprise me to see some people use it, especially with lots of double Rage Tower bases. Now, if you were wondering why I said especially double Rage Tower bases, it's because Poison Towers are a real problem for mass Lalo attacks, because you know, you don't have a heal spell with the army. Not really a lot you can do to revive a dead balloon other than a clone spell, obviously. But double Rage Towers obviously aren't great for Lalo, but they're not the end of the world. It's actually not a horrible spell tower setting for this. Now, obviously, this base is not the best base in the world, but it's one of the most common bases in the world. You will definitely run into this base a few times. That's why I put it in this video here, just in case you guys want to try out this army, see how to take it down. Now, Kamba here, you won't often, I think this is the only attack actually in the whole video where he'll Sui the Town Hall. The reason he does it is he gets value with this Sui. He kills the CC, gets a few other buildings down. However, worth considering, we do not have a great Lalo path left. So we're going to Lalo from the top side. This is probably the best path we have left on the base. We pull the tornado trap. That's huge. Headhunters all come through. That's another reason we're probably coming from this side. We'd rather deal with have the headhunters go to the queen than the king. And we got the stone slammer on the bottom side. I couldn't believe I saw the stone slammer. Now, I'm going to say I think the drill would have been better in this situation, but the slammer does its purpose. Yet again, look at that. Clone balloons to go straight onto the multi-inferno. I'm not sure if he would have taken down that multi-inferno if it wasn't for the clone balloons. And they even take out half of the eagle artillery. So that's the benefit of it. What you use the clone spell in this army for is either in the middle of the attack or particularly the end of the attack to direct your loons towards major targets on the base. And look at this, our Stone Slammer only just pops. So we've got the Yetis coming out, they're going to tank the Eagle. And we're slowly but surely going to overwhelm the base, particularly if the Warden decides to help out. But, I mean, that's wishful thinking, we all know that. Now, obviously, the clone balloons do not last forever, so they can help take down the back end of the base, but you do need a couple of actual balloons up. If the clone balloons do their job, then that will definitely happen. We'll skip through the last 6 seconds of this, so we've had a common-ish box base at the moment. We have a definitely common diamond base. What's going to be next? I'm sure you all recognize this base, so CC on the outside. So Kamba pulls it nice and early, because he'd rather deal with that with his Sui than with the rest of the attack. Yet again, the Apprentice Warden coming in. It doesn't look like it's doing a lot, but I definitely think the Apprentice Warden's worth it. What, he gives the king like an extra 3,000 hit points or something? Like, that's pretty OP, and obviously gives it to the queen as well, should they all stay in range. Now, I'm sure you all recognize this style of base. These style of bases suck to hit. Particularly when they've just got 2 invis towers in the core of the base. But you got to know how to take them down. And I really like this crack here from Kamba, because you're about to see. So we're going to put the rage spell down here for our Yetis, but you're about to see an ulterior purpose for the clone spell. So we get the rage down. We're waiting for the rocket balloon today, and there we go. We clone another 2 Yetis. Now, I can only actually see 1 cloned one. But there has to be 2 there, otherwise I can't figure out what else would have been cloned. Unless it was the Apprentice Warden. So I'm pretty sure there was 2 Yetis cloned. I don't know why I could only see 1. I'm sure you guys will lecture me in the comments about being blind as a bat, which is technically correct. I am not, do not have the best eyesight. Queen going on the outside of the base, still getting value. Look at this Diggy, by the way. This is insanely clutch. Teehee. Anyway, sorry. We missed the start of this. So he does actually pop the Warden. This surprised me, particularly when he's got 3 freeze spells as is. I expected him to just use a freeze here. And then just, you know, save the Warden ability for the Town Hall. But, I mean, it's all going to work out in the end. Lalo coming in from the top. Keep in mind that top area of the base, once the CC is dealt with, is not doing a lot. That Diggy saves us again. If that Diggy did not hit the Invis Tower, then it would have gone off a second time. All these loons are going to take a lot of damage here, but it doesn't matter. We've got enough loons on the top side. And I really wanted to show this replay for the cloned Yetis, right? You can use the clone on the Yetis in this attack strategy. It is diverse enough. You know, you can vary it up a bit. It is better on the balloons, but he needed those cloned Yetis to clear out most of the core. He wasn't going to get the Town Hall. Otherwise, I think he would have put a freeze spell on the Invis Tower to make sure of it. But it did allow him to gut the whole thing out and literally just leave the Town Hall, a couple of Teslas, and the Invis Tower there. And that's just one way to take down this increasingly popular style of base, which is essentially just, I'll put my Town Hall in the middle and everything else on the outside. Now, if you're enjoying today's video, please head over to Kamba's YouTube channel. As you see, they'll be linked in the description below. He's been posting his attacks recently of Sui Apprentice Warden Lalo, and it's the best place on the internet to watch this strategy. I want you to have a look at the time left in this replay. 1 minute 40. It's not often you see any Lalo attack triple a base sub at 2 minutes, but this is one of the types of Lalo that can definitely do that. So coming in on the bottom, and you can see why. This Sui value is really, really strong. And what I like about showing this hit is, this is not uncommon value. Now, often, if you're going after a diamond, there might be a back-end rage tower, but this isn't, like, ridiculous to say you couldn't find a base with a similar style back-end in the meta. Obviously, this base is a little different, and it does have double poison tower, which is both good and bad. It's good because it's not as brutal for our attack, but it is definitely brutal for the Lalo. Apprentice Warden getting the maximum value here, staying in range of all our high HP units. The Royal Champions just snuck in on the left-hand side, pulls one poison tower, and that's enough for us to start our Lalo. Lots of defensive heroes on the top side, but that's okay. We've got like at least 3 headhunters to do the job, and we're just going to keep freezing the town hall over and over. And this is where this attack strategy comes into its own, because the best way to not fail an attack is to not let the base shoot back. And what chances the base had against this Lalo at this point? Freezing everything and then popping their Warden ability. And now you're going to see 7 swag spells here. How many attack strategies do you know where you're going to see 7 swag spells? Not many. Does not need the clone spell. However, in the next attack I'm going to show you, he definitely does use the clone spell, but I would consider it swag. Alright, I just wanted to show you a little part of this attack to show you how hard this clone spell can be to use. So you see the freeze come in here from Kamba, and then he puts the clone because he expects one of these balloons to go in. But look, a minion goes into the clone, and have a look what happens here. Clones what? 20 different minions, and that's 3 swag spell space. I mean, he still triples the base anyway, but always be careful about minions, and also be careful when you plan to clone the Yetis instead. So Kamba here, I believe he wants to get the multi-inferno down, but this Sui went a little bad. The queen went up and the king's gone down, and there's a lot of damage in the core of the base with these super minions. So he's got 2 Yetis up, and then the other one gets sprung. That was really unlucky. The one that was full health got sprung, and then the other one was low from these super minions. So he placed his clone spell down expecting a Yeti there, and he's actually only cloned Yeti mites, which was a fascinating interaction to watch. You see it here. I've never seen anything like that, but you need to be careful of this clone spell because you are investing 3 spell space in it. Don't waste it. Don't make some mistakes that Kamba does. By the way, yet again, he does triple this base, so I think that shows how strong this army can be, even when you make some pretty goofy errors. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Let me know in the comments, would you like to see more Sui Clone Lalo? Would you like to see me give it a go? I really do miss this army. It was heaps of fun at Town Hall 14. Obviously, not an easy army, so I don't recommend it for everyone, but I find these attacks so much fun to watch, particularly when they bring the clone spell with Sui Lalo rather than the lightning spells. In saying that, if you do want to see some Sui Zap Lalo attacks, I'll link stars on the left. Who better to watch than the man, the myth, the legend?